In today's tutorial we're going to build a basic calculator in Python. This will cover the core concepts like defining functions, working with user input, and looping through operations. By the end of this video you will know how to create a program that can add, subtract, multiply and divide numbers. Let's get started. To start, we're going to define the basic operations for the calculator. We'll write separate functions for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So we go here, define add x to the y. So we go here. So we're going to define I'll explain this code in a moment. Multiply. So we go here and return for the divide, it's an fy. So this will check and we go in the return, send an error, division by 0. Else, if it's not the case, if that's not the case, else then return x to the y, just like that. So here we go, define x to the y. This is the add function which is here. This is the add function which takes two numbers as inputs, x and y. It adds these two numbers together and returns the results. Similarly, we have a subtract function that takes two numbers, subtracts the second from the first and returns the result, which is here as well. And we'll go here the multiply as well. For multiplication, the multiply function takes two numbers, multiply them and returns the results. And for this we've got error here, which should be 0 here. Okay. And for the divide function handles division. That's an extra check here to ensure that the program doesn't try to divide by 0, which that's why we've got here. If the second number y is 0, it returns an error message, otherwise it returns the results of the division here. Okay, so now we'll add the main logic for the calculator, where users can choose the operation they want to perform, enter numbers and see the results. We'll define this in the main function. So let's define the main here. Main we'll go here and print. And we go here to divide. Number 4, which is divide. So here now we get the user. This gets the user choice, which is choice equals to the input, which asks the user for an input. Enter choice, and we've got, so the user knows we've got 1. Okay. Here then we check if the input is valid. So if the user enters, for example 5, 6, an error message should come up. So this checks out. So if we go if choice not in 1 on here, then we put 2 and 3 and 4 number here. So we print an error message, invalid. Print it. Try again. Return. So this return to main loop without asking for numbers. So now we got all of this. Let's add the numbers. So we got num1 equals, we're using float, so we change the numbers. Float again, asks the user for input here, and enter second number. So this looks all good, and now we've got the choice here. So if choice is equals to 1, then print I'll explain all of these in a second as well. Num1 add num2. So when the user chooses the addition, we're going to add the numbers together, equals to add num1 choice equals to, so we could copy this, paste it here, and copy this, paste it here. Sorry, copy again, paste it here. So here we go add, change that to subtract. So we need to do here multiply, change this and the division as well, and divide. So we've got here the print. First we display available operations. So what's available here? And miss this out. So first we display the available operations to the user using a few print statements. These show the user that they can choose to add, subtract, multiply or divide. Then we ask here user input for operation. We use the input function to let the user enter their choice. The program stored this choice as a string. Then we have the input validation here. We check if the user entered a valid choice, either 1 to 4. If they didn't, the program prints invalid input, try again, and returns back to the main loop, skipping the rest of the steps. Then here we've got taking input numbers. If the input is valid, we ask the user to enter two numbers, which we convert to float, which we did here. Decimal numbers. Using float input ensures the calculator can handle both whole numbers and decimal numbers. So these here. Then we're here performing operation. Depending on the user choice, the program performs the corresponding operation. For example, if they choose option 1 for addition, the program calls the add function and prints the result. We use formatted strings. Here the F stands like for formatted. num1 and num2 to neatly display the equation and result. So in the next step we should add we should use a loop. So we're going to use a loop. So a while loop to allow multiple calculations. So a while true. Let's make more space here. So this is calling out the main, which we've got everything inside the main here. Ask the user if they want to perform another calculation. So here we ask the user if they want to perform another calculation. So next calculation equals for input from the user, and do you want to perform another calculation? We put yes or no. So calculation, okay, spelled yes or no. Nice and simple. So if the user chooses yes, if next is lower, so we change everything here to a lowercase. We'll put yes. So the user could use capital or lower print. And if it's not, if the user didn't choose yes, then it will be a no. So then we thank the user. Thank you calculator. And here now we should add break. So let's explain here what we did in the while true. A while true, we can infinite a while true loop to keep running the main, which is everything here, function. This loop will only stop when we break out of it, so that's why we got the break here. Asking for another calculation. After each calculation, we ask the user whether they want to perform another calculation. Using input, we convert their answer to lowercase using the dot lower. So here we ask the user for an input, and here we convert their answer to a lowercase using the dot lower to make the program case insensitive, so they can type yes in any form. Breaking the loop here. If the user doesn't type yes, the program prints thank you for using the calculator and uses the break statement to exit the loop and end the program. Now let's run the program and test it. I'll start by performing an addition, then I'll show it handles invalid input, and finally we'll try to divide by 0 to see the error handling. So okay, oh, nice. So here is our running program here. So if we choose 1 for addition, 1, so it will ask us for a first number. If we enter 5, it will ask us for a second number. We could type anything, 6. So this gave us the 11, which is right, but let me change something here so there will be a space between this, and let's run the program. So thank you for using, okay, let's rerun it again. If we type 1 again and 6 for example, okay, so now we have a space here. We have to put these and put space as well. 6, okay, so 12, so this is fine now. So if we enter invalid choice like 6 for example, let's see what happens. The program will print invalid input and return to the main menu. Okay, so this didn't work out. So I think this didn't work out, which is, let's try find the problem here. So we go here and back. Okay, choices 1, 2, 3, 4. Here in place. Okay, I think we could leave this for now and we could work on it later. So let's rerun again. Let's divide by 0. So let's go to the divide. So 5 by 5. So 5 by 5. Okay, so there is something wrong with our division as well. So 2. So let's see what's the issue here. Oh, I get it, because we copied and pasted these, so we got all of these wrong. So we go 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's why when we typed 6, I think that's the issue from this. Let's rerun it. Type 6. Oh, now it's working. Now we see invalid input. Try again. So let's. Yes. Oh, okay, we didn't type that. Right. So if we type 6. Okay. Yes. Okay. now it's working. If we type 4 for divide, 5, 5, yep, we got it working, lads. Let's see, number 2, subtract. Oh sorry, it's asking for another calculation and I put 2. But we could see the program working here. There was no issues as well. So, and that's it. We've built a fully functional calculator using Python. You've learned how to define functions, take user input, and use conditionals and run a loop to make the program repeat. This is a great project for beginners to solidify basic Python skills. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment with any questions or feedback. Thank you so much.